Hello lovely Cancerians, welcome to your reading with me, Lauren. It's an absolute pleasure to do this for you today. So this is going to be for the month of February, and this is for Cancerian Sun, Moon and Rising signs, so just be sure to check out all those different areas of your chart. You can even include it for Venus if you want to, but this is just to see what's coming through. Thank you for bearing with me while I do this. I've just got my PC back and I'm still doing videos, but only on my laptop. I have found a beautiful light though, so everyone can see the cards and it should be absolutely great. Alright, so I'm just going to shuffle now for you. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you so much. I would not be able to do this if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you. Let's see what's coming through for Cancer in February. Partnerships and alliances is very nice. Choose wisely. Okay, I think I got these upside down. Let me just see. Sacral chakra. Every time I do these readings, there's a different element to them. There's something, I do things differently. Like before, I put them all out first and then was reading them card by card, or I take them out, put them face down, and then overturn them all and see what comes up. So it really is depending on the energy that I get from you guys. Okay. Then we have Truth and the base chakra. I will lift these up for you to see, don't worry about that. So let me just see if I can make it a little bit brighter on here somehow. That might be a bit better. There we go. So the main thing that I'm picking up for you guys in the month of February is the fact that you're going to be very emotionally sound, which is good because as you are Cancerians, if you have rising especially, there is a tendency to be quite empathic or have a connection with some certain elements coming in here where you may not see the whole picture because you're kind of clouded by other people's emotions because they tend to dump them on you. It's no fault of your own, it's just something that they seem to very, very content in just putting all their emotional baggage onto you. So it does feel like you're not allowing them to do that this month. There's a kind of a once bite me once, more fool me, that kind of thing. So I can't remember the thing, but it's something that feels like, okay, once, okay, but twice, no, I'm just going to do this. So I feel like there's a partnership coming in. There may be an understanding that you get to in regards to what's coming up for you in work. I feel like love is also here, but I do believe that there's something that you kind of say, okay, enough's enough now. Enough's enough, and that actually brings out and strengthens your current partnerships and alliances who don't do that to you. You start seeing the people who are more connective with you, who understand you a little bit better than normal, So I do believe that there's a lot coming up, but okay. So some of you though are living in the future a little bit too much. So you have the Seven of Cups here. You're staying in the future a little bit too much. You're focusing on, like, as soon as a problem's resolved or as soon as something's gone, you kind of cast yourself forwards and go, right, okay, what's going to happen in a year? It doesn't matter what's going to happen in a year, really. I do 2020 readings in order to guide and cast a net to see what energy there is. But whatever happens in, for instance, November 2021, that's not really necessary to worry about yet. What you need to worry about is here and now and what you're doing in order to get there, what you're doing to care about yourself in order to get there, what you're doing in order to maintain your care, your life, what are you doing to push forwards? And that's something that's coming through with the sacral and the root chakra here. The root chakra is very much about how grounded you are. So this may be a call to get grounded. This may be a call to make sure that you keep your feet on the floor rather than up in the air. Some of you may have Aquarius rising, actually. I just got that here. But this could be this feeling of indecision about, I don't know whether to do this or do that because there's too many options open for me. Trust this. Trust your creativity. Trust the intention behind it. And be truthful with yourself. I see you having an opportunity in February to prove your worth and not just prove you're worthy, but prove your worth maybe to managers, that kind of thing. There's going to be somebody who sees you and actually appreciates you, which is good, because everyone needs to appreciate their Cancerians in their life. But it just feels like you maybe I see some of you hurting, you maybe want to kind of withdraw, and some of you are doing this because of love relationships and how they've been affected recently, particularly over maybe the last half of 2019, and you're still recovering from that. But I do feel that there's a truth that you're seeking here. It's not a bad thing to seek truth whatsoever. I encourage it at every opportunity, but you need to be true to yourself first in order to understand why you're looking for something. I feel some of you may be looking for a partner, but they want to say just make sure it's not any old partner. Easier said than done, I know, but they do really want you to avoid just going, I'll just grab you, you make me feel secure. I think this is the choose wisely. Choose wisely. Don't just rush into a job that'll make you feel secure. Don't just rush into a relationship that'll make you feel secure. Choose your process wisely. Even the house, if you're moving this year, choose it wisely in the month of February especially, because I feel like if you don't, the truth will get distorted, and then the sacral and base chakra, you'll kind of go into the air and not feel like you're grounded. There's something that's kind of coming here to say you need to watch what you say to other people, and you also need to watch what you say to yourself in the quieter moments, like, oh, I failed, or I did this, or I'm crap, and I don't do that, because that will affect your confidence and the root chakra here. So please do make sure that you're treating yourself with kindness at every opportunity, but just be truthful. Berating yourself and telling yourself that you're crap, or you didn't do this or this, that's not going to help anybody. And I know that sometimes it's incredibly difficult to come at it from a certain perspective where you feel maybe like you have everything at your disposal, or you don't have any worries. But just, truthful. You're a good person. Truthful. You do connect with other people's emotions very easily. It can be a blessing and a curse. That's truthful. Truthful, maybe not everything went right in past relationships, but it's not all on you. It's not all on you. It's things like that you need to be honest with and truthful, but not necessarily laying all the blame at your feet. Some people, I think, really need to hear that this month, and I hope that the message reaches them. And I do feel this is not only for relationships but career as well. Some things that go wrong in your career, or some things that, day-to-day job. Oh, you've done this. Where's that coming from? Some people, I think, just trying to find fault where there is none, so they create it. There's something that's going on there. So you need to choose your steps wisely in February, but you also need to obey the connection between the sacral and the base. Again, I feel like this is just jumping into another relationship. Because the base and the sacral is all about sexuality and reproduction and the things that you do with that. So it could be that you just go through a string of partners, or just completely fall into, the devil isn't here, but an obsessive relationship. And there's a danger of doing that in February, especially over Valentine's, if you're feeling quite alone or something like that. There's something that you need to change here. So do try and step back from that, really, if you can. I'm just going to do some Moonology cards, and then I will end with a romance card for you. I keep smelling smoke, and then I realise it's myself because I've been burning some old documents in the garden because of all the house is basically, I found some for like 2009 that I don't need anymore, so it's just like, get rid of them. So I now smell smoke. Let's have a look and see what's going through for Cancerian. Okay, you got coming through already, and then we need another one just for Cancerian, just for clarifying. Thank you very much. I'm going to slide off. Okay, let's see what the first one is. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's what I was saying before. So the full moon in Taurus, I don't believe it's Taurus this time. I believe it's going to be... Anyway, don't quote me. But I do believe that this is saying that, choose wisely. You're up in the air. You may be thinking, ooh, in the future, but it's what you do today that will get you to where you need to be. So if you're wondering about your plans, if you're wondering about how things could possibly improve, you need to start making a plan. You need to start pushing yourself into 2020 rather than letting everything happen around you. And then we have, it's time to release negativity. So yes, release negativity. A full moon in Scorpio is asking you, a fellow water sign, to just connect in the positive. Like I say, just release negativity that you say to yourself. Release people who are trying to point fingers. Release the people who are trying to be better than you and push you down as a consequence. Release the relationships that you've lost, and also release ones that you just stumble into without any truth thinking or feeling or anything like that, because you just need somebody. That's not really going to be your benefit. And I also feel, don't act rashly here, just be practical. You don't need to rush, but you don't need to take your time. There's just an equal balance here. I think you need some Libra in your life. You need to activate some Libra energy. So let's see what these romance cards have to say for you. What does Cancer need to know in February 2020? What does Cancer need to know in February 2020? Okie doke. You need to know attraction, law of attraction actually. You attract romantic love by enjoying its moment fully. So again, this moment, not 18 months in the future, not next Saturday. Today, what are you doing today to improve yourself? What are you doing in February? Count the days, tick them off. Today I said I was beautiful 3 times in the morning, and I felt it for the rest of the day. Today I was doing something and I felt it for the rest of the day. Affirmations are very good for this. Affirmations are incredibly good for this, and I feel like you could, I'm going to do an affirmation video because it was requested, but I do feel that a lot of you need to just relax and be in peace and be very connective within yourself first, before you spread the love, before you take on everyone else's emotions, because you're very sensitive and you're very like a very high frequency into everything else. Sometimes it can get jumbled. So please do try and stay grounded, keep your feet on the floor, and just do what you can in February just to keep yourself going forwards in momentum. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that was helpful. Do let me know in the comments below how things go for you. I'd love to understand how things are going for you. If you are interested in a reading, I'll leave all that information as well as how to follow me on social media in the description box. But in the meantime, thank you so much for being here with me, Cancerians, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care.